Hey, this is Alex Yoder with Pro Tip Tuesday, my favorite day of the week. And today I want to talk about 3 questions that I, as a property manager, am commonly asked by homeowners who are looking to hire a property manager. And for all of these questions, we as a company say no. And I want to explain why we say no. So number 1, can I be involved with tenant screening? Number 2, can I do my own maintenance? And number 3, can I have direct contact with the tenant? For number 1, the reason that we say no to that request is that we as a company have to stick with fair housing regulations. It's very important that we stick with fair housing regulations to protect our liability and to protect yours as the homeowner. The other thing is that in the state of Colorado, we have to disclose what our criteria are publicly and just stick with that across the board. So if we have a well-qualified applicant and I'm now calling you and involving you in the approval and you want to decline for, I don't know, some arbitrary reason, that creates major problems for us as a management company, and again for you as the homeowner in the fair housing realm. It will be viewed, even if it wasn't intended, or even if it wasn't some kind of discrimination, it will be viewed that way, and that creates some major problems. So we just stick with the laws locally and on a federal level in terms of protected classes, and we disclose what our criteria is up front. Now, we as a management company do something a little bit unique. Occasionally, we will involve a homeowner in the approval if an application is just barely over the line. But even when we are approaching a homeowner about those applications, we are just saying, here's the credit, income, rental history, criminal background, maybe how long they've been at their job. It's all just numbers. And we are saying yes or no with basic information. It's funny though, even when I present it that way, I'm often asked, how many kids do they have? Are they married or single? They start going into questions that create fair housing liability. And we can't answer those questions. That can't be part of the approval or decline process, because familial status is the number of kids, marital status, those are issues, those are protected classes. And again, that cannot be considered in the approval or decline of an application. So just an example of how that could kind of come about. For maintenance, I've had so many situations. Now, this is not always the case. There are some people that are very responsible and have the time and the training to do things properly. But so many times, homeowners want to save money and do their own maintenance, and they don't have the proper tools, proper training, or the appropriate amount of time to do the job right and do it the first time. And that alienates the tenant. It's very important that we are responsive with maintenance in terms of kind of tenant satisfaction, and that will affect their renewal rates and how well they maintain the property based on how happy they are with you as the landlord or with us as a property manager and the property's condition. So I strongly recommend against that. It creates all kinds of problems, not the least of which is the third point I'm going to make, which is about communicating directly with the tenant. If you have the tenant's phone number and they have yours, you will be pulled into the middle of situations that you don't want to be involved in. One of the values, or the greatest values of hiring a management company, is that you can step back and we can just serve as the shield. And you don't have to get involved with many of the challenges associated with being a property manager. If they have your number, tenants will bring you into those situations. If there's a security deposit dispute, or they're going to be late on their rent, or something like that. The other thing is that I've often seen homeowners and tenants create side agreements, side deals that don't comply with the lease and or are not disclosed or communicated with the property manager. That also creates problems, major problems. So we don't allow that either. And that's the reason that we say no to those 3 questions. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, next week, we're going to be talking about enamel refinishing on countertops, which I know sounds kind of less than exciting, but it's actually a great way, or can be a great way, to save money and make your house look very nice, particularly when you have some of that older formica in your home and older tile in your shower or bathroom. So I'm going to provide some before and after photos and feature a vendor. So looking forward to that. Anyway, this has been Pro Tip Tuesday. Alex Yoder with Dorman Real Estate Management. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.